Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we have a take on a real-life location by a creator whose name you're going to recognise, even though they don't have a name, but they actually have two names, and one of them's a bit cheeky and I'm not very happy about it. But we'll cover that as we do the flyover. Oh man. Anyway, real life location, recently been hit by catastrophe and we're doing a little bit of fundraising. I say we, the creator of the map is, and we are supporting them. So that's we. I'm doing no work at all, apart from reviewing the map, which is the important part. The second map today is being voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon. A very striking looking map that didn't get a review first time round, and I've been really longing for it, so we'll have that. I'm also longing for this, longing for it. That's right, I'm longing for your finger to click the like button. Oh, come on, please grow up. Today's first map is Clarksville, Texas, vanilla and mass transit by I Can't Think of a Name. Well, apparently you can. We can wait a moment, okay? Apparently you can. I've spotted it. Anyway, there's your start square. I like the layout of the roads. We'll talk about that. It's going to lead to some traffic chaos, but we'll leave it at that. The terrain heights, look, we are Middle America. It's flat and boring, and there's not much we can do about it because we're not God. Resources are good and strong. I like those. They work beautifully well for a good play. Thank you very much. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, salmon in the river, anchovies in the reservoirs. Okay. Off to the workshop. Oh, what do we need? Well, what do we need? Well, mass transit. You will need mass transit. It's in the name. Anyway, it's there. Other than that, it's 100% vanilla. Now, we're using a custom theme. I'll talk about that in a brief moment. But also, you'll see down here, there's donate to Texas Red Cross. Apparently, the area has been hit. I didn't know about this one, but some devastating tornadoes in the region last Friday, according to the description there. And there's a link at the bottom if you want to donate to Patreon, to PayPal, to Red Cross for the disaster relief. It's not something that's really hit the news in the UK, or if it did, I missed it. Anyway, you know, I can't think of a name. Can't think of a name. Well, at some point they did, because on the loading screen of the map, they've got a different name. And I think it's a little pick at me. I think it's a little pick at me. Now, tell me if you think that's not a little pick at me. I think it's a little pick at me. I'm not very happy about it. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I've dealt with worse. I've been called worse. I really have. And very recently as well. But I can get over it. Big baby sweets my ass. Anyway, right. Now, themes. We are the map automatically loads with the Stray Cats Territory Homecoming theme. That's the theme that we're using on the flyover here. However, at the bottom of the workshop description, there is a link to the Oklahoma Summer theme, which is probably a better theme for the area, I'm guessing, because Middle America, and Oklahoma Summer is a very good theme. This is a very good theme. They're both very good themes. Pick and choose. As Homecoming automatically loaded, and I didn't really notice that we weren't using the right theme, or the linked theme, until too late. I'm just rolling with with Stray Cats Territory Homecoming. Realistic 1.2 LUT, obviously. But if you haven't got Stray Cats Territory Homecoming theme, your map won't look like this. But there is a link to a very good theme, alternative, and the map will still look good. Have I covered my bases there? I think I may have done. Anyway, we're not going to cover all of the it's national roads. We're not going to cover all of them because we got a spider of them that head in from the edge of the map into the central buildable area, which is down here. Wind farm, you can see the wind farm. You saw the power lines were coming down. We've got a nice little river network going on. What I like about the road layout in the middle here is it helps to break up the map into, it's not going to be just a grotesque grid. You can still go grid city, but in smaller chunks if you don't demolish any of these roads. Okay. Now, we've got this crossroads with the fast right turn, little turn-ins there, which I know is a big thing in America. Yeah, you don't wait to turn right in America, that's right, isn't it? at crossroads and stuff. So yeah, there's that. That's a nice little thing. That's something that we probably should have in the United Kingdom. Fast right turns. There are some junctions that have them, but it's not a mandatory thing. We've got a few little reservoirs. Now look at that. That's facing, we'll call this south. Okay, camera's pointing south at the moment, or north at the moment. Right, so, and that one's pointing south as well, in terms of the reservoirs, the way that the water is flowing. But have a look at these two over here. And again, I haven't actually checked these, but I'm sure that these are actually correct. Why would they not be? These are pointing north. So the water flow system is, we're kind of at the peak, I'm guessing, in this area. It's just a little talking point. I'm not worried. And even if that isn't accurate, and I'm certain that it is, because I was checking other things for accuracy. Even if that wasn't accurate, I'm still okay with it. It's an interesting talking point that I can believe in. Now, tailgating at the extreme. I would get out of my dump truck and have a little chat with them. Imagine the amount of dust that's getting thrown up onto his windscreen. You won't be able to see a thing. If that dump truck stops suddenly, that is just going to, even travelling slowly, you're going to go running into the back of it. It's just most ridiculous. God, I love City Skylines. I love City Skylines. Thanks, Colossal Order. Thanks, Paradox. And thanks, Flux Trance, whose YouTube channel really highlighted the game to me and had me wanting to play it from the off. Now, when I said it was a take of a real-life location, you'll notice here we've got, there's plenty of chunka-lunka traffic going on, and there's likely to be. And also, look at this road, the rail over road. Is that real? Well, real-life location. Here we are, the real-life location in Google. That there is the Texas something trail. I can't remember. I did write it down. I've lost the note. That there, I think that rail line came in at ground level. It's long since been lifted up and doesn't exist anymore. For gameplay purposes, I'm very happy with the rail line being on the map. Let me show you. There is actually a rail over road. It's not this one. That's roughly where we are now on the map. Okay. And if we follow this, you can see it is actually a rail line and or a former rail line just by the route that it's taking. Right. So that we are definitely on the rail line. Then if we follow it up this way, we're going to get to a bridge, and we'll go down to into Street View for a little look at the bridge down here. And so yeah, that one is believable because it's in a cutting. The road's in a cutting. Whereas that, I don't really buy that would have gone up and over. And I think maybe I can't think of a name. Big Baby Sweets. I think that there was probably a different way of doing that, I feel. But anyway, all nice anyway. We've got a couple of air routes, no shipping routes, clearly. I don't want a shipping route on this map. A couple of air routes at Christy Crosty, I'm good with that. And then water flow in the start square. Whilst these rivers aren't strong flow rivers, and we've only got this one little weak flow river here, we do have a little hint of this little pond over here, which could use as your poop lake to get you started, if you need to pump and draw, because everybody plays the game differently. So there is that. So that works. Drawing the water might leave. Yeah, we need to get to a reservoir for that. By north, okay. I don't know if we would have had the power lines in the middle of the river like that. You probably would have staggered it. I feel that the map was probably built a little bit fast, but more for the disaster relief little acknowledgement thing, and I'm all for that. Now this river, as you can see, looks very nice. Does have a little talking point about it, a very small talking point. And again, this is why when you start a map up, you should always just let it run for a few seconds. Just let the quirks sort themselves out, especially with water. So here's the map at the start of the play, and you'll notice we've got a little bit of a dead zone. Now, you're not going to be buying down to this area. This is way out of out of the start square, way out start square. And it fills itself in very quickly. Before you even, if you're playing this game normally without the 81 tiles, this is something that you wouldn't ever notice, and it's not really, it's not affecting gameplay at all. But I just thought I'd show it because it's a map that doesn't have too many exciting things to talk about. I mean, a rail over road and things like that is all I can offer you. We're back to the flyover now. You see the jump cut there. I thought, now we've had enough transitions. Anyway, what have we got going on up here? We've got the rail. Now, I'm pretty sure this isn't the Clarksville, but if we did take the last train to Clarksville, I think the I'll meet you at everybody's favourite factory. Oh, man. But anyway, yes, I'm glad the rail line is in there. I think it's just that one question mark with the rail over the road. Anyway, what do you think of today's first map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. But make sure you're voting on Clarksville, Texas by I Can't Think of a Name. Because there are 2 maps. Today's second map's very different from this one. Okay, today's first map. What do I think of it? Well, aesthetically, do you know what? It's fine, actually. It's fine. Is there anything in here that really screams at me to give it the 4th star? Because it is a kind of mundane kind of visual area. And I think, yeah, mundane and visual is what we have. I'll go for a high 3. It's fine. It's fine. Detailing, again, pretty much fine, but at a fairly decent level. Oh, I'm going to match it. I'm going to go for a high 3. Very high 3. There's just nothing to tick it over into the 4th. I'm going to do the same with the gameplay potential. The traffic's going to be a bit of a problem, but I'm going to give an honourable 2 stars because we are supporting the Red Cross here. So 5 stars for gameplay potential because I want everybody to subscribe to the map and to send some money via PayPal to the Red Cross. Clarksville, Texas by I Can't Think of. I don't like your new name, mate. I really don't. And on with today's second map. This one's voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon. The map that I saw a while ago. Put it on my long list of maps to eventually review. And finally it made the top of the list and got voted in. Now, this map is 5 years old. 5 years old. So, be a little bit gentle because we are talking about older standards. But the geology in this map really stands out. It's kind of unique. Also looks a bit like a duck pushing a ball. But that's a different story altogether. Today's second map is Mesopotamia by ThatChillGuy. Now, according to the workshop, it's inspired by Greece and I guess the Greek islands. I can kind of see that. I'm not seeing so much Mesopotamia, but I am seeing Greek and so maybe a rename would be helpful. But anyway, Start Square looks interesting, doesn't it? The terrain heights. It's... wait till you get down there. It's so different. Resources are very strong, very strong. All in the 25 tiles as well. So there's a bonus. Good work. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, fishing's speckled. It's speckly. That's what it is. Okay, off to the workshop there. 6th of November 2017 it was uploaded at 3:21 PM. Anyway, it's their first map.
It's my first map.
That's right. Apparently the map is fixed. I didn't know it was ever broken. And we're going to just really enjoy it. But because I've already said that the road and rail are clunky, to say the least, well, especially the rail, we'll do the rail last. Let's just ignore the networking. We know the networking isn't going to be the best thing. It's the geology. Now we're using Alstropicity theme, and look at the interplay between the sand and the cliff textures there, and the way we're going up into the elevated areas as well. But yeah, Alstropicity with the realistic 1.2 LUT, because always, obviously, always. So anyway, yeah, just look at this. Just first of all, just look at the beaches, into the cliffs, into a ridge, into the trees, and then this just stands out for me. I'm not normally a fan of these rugged brushes. They never work for anything. These brushes, they work so well here. With the Alstropicity theme, we get in this real rugged. Seems of, I'm not sure what sort of geological process would have caused this, but I absolutely 1 zillion% buy into these. Now, we've done a little bit of vanilla rock detailing around at the bottom there. It's going to cause a little bit of water glitching. A little bit. But I'm kind of not seeing it because this is just mind-blowing me. It's so different from any... I've reviewed over 1,500 maps. I don't remember anything like this. I mean, if there was anything like this, please let me know. Now I'm going mad and I've forgotten about a map or whatever. But that is striking. Then we've got a different sort of geological process going on over here. Sort of like sandstone cliffs going on there. Steep without being super steep. And then we've got beaches. We've got big beaches. Now, oh, you got another one of these rugged, like crow's feet coming down there. Lovely, loving it, loving it. Now, scaling is always a bit of a problem, and the scaling of the beaches is, I think, possibly a bit of a problem. But given that I can't explain any of the geology anywhere else, these big beaches, and when I say big beaches, they're what? How many is that? 40, 50 meters in height? Yeah, it's not a beach. It's a sandy edge, okay? That's what we've got here. But because I can't explain any of the rest of it, none of it makes any real geological sense to me. And the whole thing kind of ties in together and it's consistent. Consistency kind of like, if you do something and you do something with confidence, it becomes believable. And I think this is believable. To a level. To a level. Now, this island here, I think I would have liked it to have been a little less imposing. We've got the essential lighthouse, guarded by the lighthouse and guarded by all the vanilla defensive positions, and also another seam coming down there too. And, ooh, it's a castle. It's all going on. It is all going on. But yeah, all of these are all pointing the right way. All the things that you're going to want, all the little boxes you need to tick have all been ticked. But that's not all. That's not all. At the top here, we've got the stone circle. We're throwing everything in here. So we've got the stone circle up there as well. I guess it's nice something's up there, I guess. And then we've got the vanilla pier as well. It's a big monolithic island in the middle of the bay. And then we've got this, I think, right beside everybody's favourite factory. We've got what I think is a canal. This looks man-dug. I'm completely believing this to be a man-dug-out canal. Very well done. And then, yeah, we've got these spring up there. I think it's probably the natural river down here, which has been man-tamed in places. But this feels more like a natural river. And I think the other one was a later addition to steer the water for specific reasons. Whoever knows. But look at this. We've got some more of these rocky outcrops, and it's so believable and so different. Look at that! Oh man, so I'm just loving. I'm just loving this, loving the geology on the map. It's just so different. Right, okay, networks. Okay, we've got a few trees in the water down here. Not many. It's not the biggest sin. It's way out of near the edge of the map, so it's, yeah, whatever. Okay, so. Networking. Networking is clunky, especially the roads. The roads are clunky, right? Big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge, even when they're clunky. Now, I really like the routes that the highways take. I really do. I think the routing is very good. We've got a few trees under the highways, but I've said it a million times. Okay, I'll say it one more time. Anarchy setting, just to see how many trees are under the roads. That's all. That's all it is. The routes are fine. The execution is a little bit clunky, especially in one part, which you'll be able to see. It's a crime against map making. Sin. Oh man, wait till you see it. It's so sinful. Well, we can have a laugh about it, okay? But anyway, we have. I'm liking that the highways have got these fern linings as well. But yeah, the bridges against humanity. That's what we have here. Look at those. I mean, I know we're sort of like inspired by Greece, but even the Greeks wouldn't build a bridge like that. And if you've ever driven in Greece or any of the Greek islands, you'll know exactly what I mean. I love the Greeks. Greece, if you're watching, thank you for democracy and lots of other things. Road laying, not your strongest point. We love you though. Anyway, let's just start square intersection. and then the road stops there. Oh, I showed intersection. Nicely detailed. Little bit of a terrain clink or clunk here or there, but it's not too bad at all. Glad it's there. Now, the highways are nice routings. The rail, I can't say the same. I can't say the same. I would love to say that this is... realists won't like it. Fantasists won't like it. I can't understand what's going on with this one. So it starts off, this is just a bit bumpy. Okay, it's just a bit bumpy. We see this all the time. That's fine. We can get over that. But the route makes zilch sense to me. Zilch. First of all, we're coming up the side there. It looks like switchback coming here to allow us to get up the hill here. And we get up the hill nicely. Not very nicely, but let's be good. Okay, it's nicely. And then we're switching back to go back down the other side. And it's clunky, yeah, but I guess we've done a job. But why? Why are we doing that? Let me show you the route we've just taken. We've gone up and over this. It's hard to see because of the trees, but we've done this. Right, that. Could we have not? It looks, I mean, it's not a flat area. This is not a route I would send a train up, a rail line up, but it's, given the context of what we've just seen, it makes a lot more sense to have gone directly this way and just completely ignore the hill. I do not understand that hill and the rail interplay. Anyway, rail under road, there's a good thing. That's how it should be in this context. And then going up the side of the river, it's quite pleasing. A little bit of a climb up this way. Now you're going to go, well, where's this rail line going? Well, let's find something, always find something positive to say. This rail line is opening up the bottom side of the map. It's basically taking us down to the top end of where it just bends around. We have a little loop-de-loop at the bottom here as well. And the rail is just, it's opening networking into a part of the map that we have no networking. So I think there's a little bit of credit for actually trying to do something like that there. But again, I just don't really understand why. Okay, shipping routes. So you can see we've got air routes there as well. Shipping routes are okay. They're a little bit jiggedy. You know, we've got all these little pointy bits around here. Nothing mostly that you're going to notice because the ships are fairly smooth. This one's the sharpest one here. The bridges are high enough, but the pillars, there is going to be a little pillar collision right here and there as well. So there is that. But the ships just sail around quite happily, minding their own business, just doing their sailing thing, you know. Water flow in the start square, that's the very last thing to cover. And we do have water in the start square. We do have a little bit of a river, that's that canal thing. It's a bit shallow and a bit light flowing, so you probably won't do much with that. But we have a moderate amount of coast here to play with. No real water movement, so to speak, down here. So if you're going to be pumping and drawing, just be a little bit careful, please. I don't want you killing your subjects. Again. Wow, the geology though. I told you the geology on this map is the star. It's so different. It's not a flat map, not an easy to build on map, but wow, a striking map it is. But what do you think of it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count, so use it. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10, of course. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. Make sure you're voting on Mesopotamia because there are 2 maps. Right, okay. What do I think of Mesopotamia by ThatChillGuy? And I'm going to rate it by today's standards, not by 5 years ago standards. Today's standards, this map is so different. And the theme works really well with it. Thank you, Al. Miss you, Al. It's easily 4 stars. I'm going to go slightly above middle 4. It's so different, and I like it, and it works. Okay, detailing. Detailing is okay. The networking is holding it back. I think we could. The geological detailing, I'm going to talk 4 stars, but networking brings it right down. I'm going to go for a slightly above middle 3 overall net score. Gameplay, probably going to say the same. It's hard to build on. Lots of things I'm going to want to fix, but I want to build on it. So I'm going to go middle, just above middle 3. Mesopotamia, ThatChillGuy, something a bit different. I really should have reviewed this long ago. I really should have done. I'm not too proud to say that. I'm really not too proud to say that. Because you know, what does pride come before? Pride comes before a fall. That's right, word of the day. And if you're still here, use that word in the comments to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite. Because they're the best people, aren't they? You know you are. I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.